We've got this big election coming up. Tom, take it away.
Time to vote, less than 4 weeks away from Election Day, and the ballots are going out here in Colorado. We want to tell you what you need to do with your ballot to make sure that your vote counts. And to do that, we have the Secretary of State, Wayne Williams, with us this morning. Thanks for getting up early.
Thanks for having me here, Tom. Good to be here.
So the ballots are going out in the mail. Most people should see them sometime early next week.
Ballots will go out on October 17th or within a couple days of that. You'll get them as soon as the post office delivers them. So next week you should receive your ballot. That'll be mailed from your county clerk. It'll come to you, and then you have until November 8th to fill that ballot out and return it. The quicker you return it, the quicker the robocalls stop,
Yes.
and the more you were able then to move on and use that ballot. Study the ballot issues. There's lots of ballot issues on there. It's not just a presidential race.
Right. But that does increase turnout, obviously. The presidential race, these are the maximum turnouts you see, right?
We do see a lot more people vote. In Colorado, about 600,000 people voted for president but didn't vote for governor.
Right.
And so it is an opportunity to vote, but there are those other important issues on that ballot as well.
If you get to the end of the week and you haven't seen a ballot, do you need to check and make sure you're registered properly? You should be getting one by the end of next week.
You can actually check right now. You can go to govotecolorado.com, check your registration, make sure your address is correct. If it's not, update it right away. If you don't get a ballot by the end of next week, then yes, go back, contact your county clerk, follow up with them because you should be getting it by then.
Ballot basics, you don't have to vote for everything. You can vote for whatever you want, pick and choose. Once you get it, you finish it, you put it in its sleeve, you sign the back. You're responsible for postage though, right, on mailing it in?
You are, but about 2/3 of the voters will actually return it by taking it to a drop box. We've got a lot of 24/7 drop boxes across the state now. My office has worked with county clerks across Colorado to make sure that option is available, and it is in most counties now, and all the large metro counties have them. 24/7 drop boxes, return it middle of the night if you want to.
Right. A lot of information, as Wayne was saying, on the Secretary of State's website and on GoVote as well. And it's GoVote.
GoVoteColorado.com. All the information you need is there, including your sample ballot if you want to get a head start.
All right, let's talk about a controversial aspect. Obviously, this presidential race, unlike any other, and many people were wondering about Cory Gardner's statement last week, the Republican senator saying he was going to write in Mike Pence instead of voting for Donald Trump. A lot of people think you can write in whoever you want, but that's not the case, is it?
You can write them in, but they don't count.
So who does count? Who is an eligible write-in candidate?
There are 6 individuals who filed by Colorado's deadline who are legitimate write-in candidates. Mike Pence is not one of those, nor is Tom Keene or any of the other.
And can't become one now either.
And can't become one. The deadline has passed, and so the only legitimate write-ins are those 6 individuals. Those are not commonly known
They did all the paperwork,
folks.
but they did the work to be on the ballot almost 4 months out before it was done, right?
They did the
Or
paperwork to be a write-in candidate.
eligible as a write-in.
You have 21 choices of names that are actually, or 22 choices of names that are actually on the ballot. So there's plenty of opportunity to look at all sorts of options.
But if you write in Mike Pence, it would be akin to writing in Popeye or olive oil or whatever. It's going to go as a 0 vote?
That is correct. That would mean you did not vote for president. You did not cast a legal vote for president. All of your other votes will still count, but if you write in someone for an office who's not a candidate, that is not a legal vote in Colorado.
And then as far as how Colorado votes are counted and then distributed through the Electoral College, how does that ultimately play out?
So we look at the individuals, so those people who are on the ballot turned in a list of electors. And if you vote for that individual, you're voting for the 9 electors from Colorado. Those individuals will then meet at the governor's office in December. Will cast the actual votes for Colorado.
And all 9 of those Electoral College votes from Colorado will be one block. There's no divvying them up. Colorado is a vote of 9.
Colorado is a vote of 9. If you win the state, you take all 9. Doesn't matter if you win Denver or El Paso, you have to win the whole state.
And finally, if you are a procrastinator not registered to vote, you could even register to vote on Election Day and vote, right?
You can wait till the last minute, but we don't advise it because some of your friends may be waiting till the last minute too.
We've seen some lines here and there.
So you can actually go in and vote starting on October 24th in the voter service and polling centers. You can register at that time. But if you're not registered, you can go right now to govotecolorado.com, register to vote. Your clerk will mail you your ballot. You'll have the full time to take a look at the different races and study the ballot issues.
There's a lot to cover, but it should be simple for most people. Hopefully you'll see your ballot in the mail early next week and get a chance to vote. Wayne, it's always good to see you.
Thanks, Tom.
Colorado Secretary of State Wayne Williams joining us here this morning. Heather?
Yeah, that's very interesting. Good advice there. All right, coming up on